Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I am Don West Jr., and I am the Legacy Specialist, and I also serve as the Director of Education at the Legacy Institute. And it's in that capacity today that I'm talking to you, and I'm going to be delivering Legacy Lesson number 10. And that's I am not famous. Do I have a legacy? Who needs legacy and estate planning? One of the things I observe is that today in our society, the term legacy is associated with, people that have done what we call great achievements that are famous. And then on a secondary level, oftentimes people associate that term somehow with having children of their own. Um, so many of the clients that I sit down with, they begin their objections with, I'm not, some famous celebrity, or I don't have any kids, so I don't have a legacy that anybody's going to care about. Um, but what many of us often fail to realize is that in our worlds and to those closest to us, especially our relatives, in most cases, we are each and every one of us a superstar. The only difference is the size of our stage. So when you have kids, grandkids, nieces or nephews who look up to you and they hang on your every word, those are your fans. That's your audience. That's uh, what your legacy is all about. Let's not forget that all family is not biological. There are also families of affinity, which develop through the bonds of affinity and choice rather than biology alone. So no matter which type of family you have, I'll bet that if you close your eyes, and if you just close your eyes with me for 10 seconds and use your imagination, you can see your grandkids way off in the future generations, or to your great nieces and nephews way off into the future. And it's for this far off and distant future that we lay our plans here today. Each life is a unique story woven and developed over the special circumstances of your lifetime and is therefore priceless and irreplaceable. And once our stories are lost, they are just that, lost forever. Is there a pressing question that you wish you could ask one of your ancestors? Do you ever sit and wonder how your family came to be settled in blank place in somewhere town? Every life is a story. Every life is a legacy. We all have the opportunity to be proactive and plan how our stories, our philosophies, business practices, beliefs, and our belongings will be handled now in this present moment of our lives as we're moving forward. And we can do it in a strategic and planned manner. And that's the foundation of legacy and estate planning. When we look back throughout history, we can find some excellent examples of thoughtful and caring advanced planners. So let's look at two famous people as examples here, examining their lives and their bodies of work. What do rock legend John Lennon and the crooner Bing Crosby have in common? Seemingly not very much. However, following their deaths, it became clear that each man had been both thoughtful and proactive in planning how his estate would be discreetly handled and efficiently dispersed. We each have the opportunity to follow the examples of well organized and proactive individuals like John Lennon and Bing Crosby, or we can take the off traveled path of many whose stories are destined for the forgotten and lost annals of history, and whose estates and affairs will be sorted out however by whomever. So, which person are you? Are you going to be proactive and engage in some intentional advanced planning, or just let the chips fall where they may and do nothing at all? The choice is yours. If your answer is yes, and you'd like to learn more about legacy and estate planning, the next subject in our series is going to be what is wealth transfer, and we'll discuss that in some level of detail. That's going to be our next recording. So stay tuned for that. That's coming soon. And if this sounds really heavy and it sounds like a whole lot, not to worry. There are lots of professionals out there to assist you. There's accounting professionals, wealth management and financial planning professionals, insurance professionals, legal professionals, and legacy advisors like myself. You know, like I started out, I'm the legacy specialist. I'm a chartered legacy and trust planner, and I also have a Personne de Confiance certification, PSD, and those are both legacy certifications. And so experience has shown that almost always solid planning reflects a collaborative effort of a team of professional advisors, and you get all of your professional advisors on the same page and working towards your vision and your goals. So hopefully this sparked some interest in legacy planning. The four building blocks of legacy, that's out there and some of the other materials that we've put out. So check that out, the four building blocks of legacy. I'm Don West Jr. I'm the creator of the Legacy Pyramid. I'm the director of education here at the Legacy Institute. This has been a little bit about who needs legacy and estate planning. Hopefully you learned something today. Amazing thoughts lead to an amazing path. That's something I like to leave with you. And as always, namaste.